What is going on, everybody? Jumbo Thick here. We are back with more Emberfell Whispers from the Stars. This is our 5th edition D&D campaign. I, of course, will be the GM, the DM for the night. And I'm joined by the full cast and crew. Plus, we have a special guest tonight, possibly recurring member later on. So if everyone would like to briefly introduce themselves, and whenever our guest gets all her video stuff set up, we'll have her do a little introduction. So let's go counterclockwise for me. We'll start with the one and only Kayla.
Hello. I am playing the role of Valerie, as most of you know by now, I'm sure. I am a 5'11", 165 pound, 257-year-old former elf turned Dampier. And if you've seen the earlier episodes, I had been traveling with some lady hobgoblins, but I'm no longer traveling with them, and I'm still a little bit sad about that. But yeah, so as far as anyone knows, I'm just on the run, and we'll see where it goes.
Indeed. Speaking of just, like a leaf in the wind, wherever someone takes them. Dan Decker.
Like a tay in the wind, Miss Chickpea. That is a deep cut for those of you who are paying attention. I am playing Mo Broadjaw, 8-foot bugbear fighter of Clan Broadjaw. He is the heir of Valg and is joined the party while he was on the hunt for Breverac, who is currently back in the last town taking a rest, maybe tending to some business. Anyway, made pals with the good friend Rogar, and now we are in the city of Conwich, where apparently last session I was taken advantage of by the dice, let's say, in my absence. At least that's what Anthony told me.
That is what the DM told you. It happened. It happened. They rolled for it. I didn't roll for it. They rolled for it. Regardless, though, next in line, who's always here? Missed only, I think, a single session. Dubituna.
What's going on, everybody? I am playing Tristan Burrell, the high elf time wizard, who's about, we'll say 6 foot, maybe like 170, 200-ish years old. And somehow he's found his way. He's found his way into this company of odd people. Someone that walks on the ceilings.
Yes.
A white dragon born. Probably don't see too many of those in his lifetime.
Nope.
And a bugbear who apparently gets down with the 3-foot goblins.
Hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. Now, speaking of somebody who's down to clown, Jumbo Smooth.
Hello everyone, I am Jumbo Smooth. I'll be playing the role of Rogar, son of Amu, this evening. He's a 400 pound, put on extra LBs there. 400 pound dragonborn, 7'5" in the Great North, Great Frigid Wastes. He is searching for Amu, his godlike father, and gonna ask, hey, what's going on, old man? Really left your family back there. That's not cool.
It's not cool.
We need you to come home. He said he was going out for a pack of cigarettes. Didn't come back.
He just never came back. He just never came back.
I know.
We will have our 5th member here shortly, but for now, let's just get right into it. So, last we left off, the party had found themselves, after a long stay within Port Dorona, most of you being new members at this point since the previous party is dead, with the exception of Rogar. Having left Port Dorona, you were, for your various reasons, traveling north and had found yourselves in Conwich Village, a very small, rustic farming, fishing community. On your way there, you encountered a few obstacles. One of them being a traveler's graveyard of a kind, I guess we would call that, where you had several broken carts and wagons that were pretty much destroyed, as well as finding some interesting artifacts on the way there. You heard strange noises in the night and were assaulted by some mysterious creatures that Rogar had seen before. Black chitinous hides, oily, leathery, almost skin, as well as acidic blood. After fighting that off, procuring your 2 goblin guides, bringing them back to health, and moving forward, you made it all the way to Conwich officially. Most of you staying with Bors, the de facto sheriff of Conwich, at his personal house, and being informed of a strange happening at the nearby former castle that overlooks the village itself. In fact, I do believe Rogar and Velry actually saw some strange lights during your watch. During the next day, all of you traveled into the village proper, and I believe Trist was the first one to delve into the records office that was open. The whole building was empty. The town hall slash like dock management area, and apparently, the records office was unlocked and latched, and he just let himself in, started doing some research.
Public property.
It's true. It's in a way, possibly. Who knows? Regardless, though, you spent quite a bit of time in there, several hours, in fact, where he very eagerly informed everybody about how much lore he was just loving it. He was just gobbling it up. Everyone else was bored. Velry found a sandwich. Rogar took the sandwich. I mean, that was pretty much it, right? In your haste to return back to the source of all of this information you are unearthing, Trist, you did bump over a box that some of it slightly broke when it hit the ground, revealing some strange coins. Very strange gold coins that had the face of a man on one side and a strange kind of like eagle on the other side. It was a solid gold coin. You had a sack full of them revealed. You then opened the box that was in bad shape. It was labeled with the Bittersnout Trading Company, and within you discovered several items that you proceeded to steal. In addition, I believe you wrist pocketed the coins, correct?
Did.
You did. And then you went back to research. And as you found out just the last little bit, someone finally kicked in the door, wanting to know what the hell you were doing in their office. As we pick up with Morag Bittersnout, the bugbear.
Yes.
The owner of the Bittersnout Trading Company, present in the doorway. Very tall individual. He's about 8.5 feet tall. A little bit more beefier than Moog. There's a very large cutlass on his hip, as well as Trist, with very good perception, passive perception, would see the butt of a possible pistol, black powder weapon. He's wearing very almost traditional captain's attire, as if perhaps he is a sailor himself. And there appear to be several crew members with him behind him as he has burst into the door. And as
he's got people with him this time.
There are people behind him somewhere. They're not in the door. But yes, they're here.
Waitley failed to let me know about that part.
What you never said Waitley was outside.
It's retcon now. He's outside.
He's outside now? Okay. He's been out there. He's been dicking around. He's like probably scratching at something on the roof. He's a cat. I mean, come on. They get bored easily. Regardless, though, Morag is standing there. He looks very upset that you're in his office, essentially. Or at least what he claims to be his office. What would you guys like to do?
Are you Morag Bittersnout?
Yeah, it's me. Who the hell are you?
Aggressively snap the book shut. I've been sent to, let's say, ask some questions about you and some of your employees.
Who let you in here?
The door was unlocked. I let myself in.
He turns around. Who was supposed to lock the door? He has no response. He turns back around. This isn't exactly public property. I wouldn't expect you to know, but you guys can't be in here. This is where records are kept, goods are kept. I see my door's open. Did you guys take anything?
Didn't take anything. I was just looking through your books here.
Deception check, Trist. Deception check, Trist. Right now. Right out of the gate. I hope you roll high as shit.
Well, that was a 14.
Okay. He looks at you. His eyes kind of cock a little bit. I think it's about time you guys left.
Well, that's fine. I do need to ask you some questions if you would like to meet up possibly at the bar later. Or we can do it now.
We've got a haul to finish and loading. You're going to have to give me a persuasion check here. Because he does not like you right now.
Ooh, not as good. That one's a 3.
That's not going to happen. Unless someone else steps in here. No one steps in.
Well,
everyone's just staring at each other.
Everyone's just staring at
well, we've been drinking for like 3 hours.
That's true.
So-
The rest of the party was like inebriated at this point because Trist was taking forever.
And when he first came in, he said, "Who the fuck are you?" And I said, "Who the fuck are you?"
It's true. You did.
And your sandwich was old and moldy.
Yeah. Okay. You can leave now.
Good.
Well, very
If you want a
well.
better sandwich, you should meet us at the Dirty Ox Inn.
He just exhales.
Very well. Out of Rogar's way. Rogar's getting up and leaving.
Hold, please. I have a strange message. What is this? Oh, it's you. Okay.
I'm about to log out of my phone.
Okay. Oh, Lord. I'm going to have to edit that out. Oh, God.
Are you going to, though?
Make it stop.
Am I going to? Probably not. I might. I might.
Jesus.
Okay. We'll continue from here. All right. So you're being asked to leave.
Yes.
Are you
Rogar was
doing
leaving.
so? Rogar, I'm
Whereas-
assuming.
Rogar's getting up, digging his gourd,
Mhm.
looks towards Moog and Valerie to see what they're doing.
I'll look over at Rogar and try to determine if we're leaving or not.
I'm a little drunk, but I think yes we are. Come, Moog.
All right. Yeah. I'll get up and
Kinda trying to, like,
Slug back
steer
whatever
everyone.
I've got left.
Valerie, all of you leaving. Trist bringing up the rear.
Yeah, as I leave, Vern sends his regards when I walk out the door.
As you're moving to leave, Trist, give me a Constitution check, please.
Is he gonna punch me?
No, this is because you've been concentrating on a spell for a long time, and I want to see if it just pops off right now and a bag of gold coins spills across the floor.
12.
Okay.
Well, let me reread.
Let me think. Let me think.
I
Let me think.
I have to reread my thing here, see if I had to do it. before you decide if it fails or not.
Oh, okay.
No, I make the decision after I see.
All right.
Succeeds or fails.
So, Trist, as you say, Vern sends his regards, and then you go to turn. You feel a twinge on your arm, and you feel like your magic's beginning to unravel. However, it's almost like the coin, like a coin, kind of spills out, and you kind of catch it in your palm real fast, and you manage to make it out the door. You have moments before your illicit goods come spilling out of your
move quickly, people. Let's go.
Space. Yes. So you're moving quickly. All of you would see outside. This is outside. It's still daylight. It's in the afternoon at this point, and it looks like one of the many ships. Well, not many. One of the few larger ships here of the Bitterstout Trading Company is moored at a nearby dock and is being unloaded, full of crates, and it looks like actually a sizable amount of fish being hauled in.
What's the name of the ship?
This ship in particular would be, hold please, I do have ship names. This particular ship is the Dragon's Horde.
Chris. Mental note, Dragon's Horde. And it is one of the it is the largest vessel of the three big ships that you've seen. There are a few, more than a few. There's quite a few smaller, like 2-3 man fishing boats. Probably the locals go out and fish with. But these are like large trading, big fish vessels. So, regardless, though, as you were walking out, you would see a few of the crew members, mostly just deckhands, a mix of goblinoid races, hobgoblins, bugbears, a few goblins even. One person or thing sticks out quite a bit as you see a large turtle, about 6 foot tall, big shell, walking off of the deck, the plank onto the dock. I'm not sure if any of you would know what a turtle is, but it's a turtle, and has.
What is that?
Let me see. Can I roll a nature check?
Sure. We'll say nature. Why not? 15. Okay, 15, Mo. Yeah. 15's not bad. I'll say that. Now you haven't spent a lot of time at the ocean, but you've probably heard tales, at least, of turtles, like turtle people. They can be extremely long-lived, but for the most part, from what you understand, Moog, most of these kind of aquatic peoples, most of them spend any encounters within the dynasty are usually through Port Dorona. So it'd be odd to kind of see one somewhere else unless you were on the seas itself. You don't know of any nearby communities of turtles that you have heard of before. However, you do know that they are rumored to be what's the word? Mistrusted. They seem to have an air of ill intent upon their person. A lot of sailors don't talk well about turtles.
And I would relay that information to friend Rogar.
This one in particular has strange, bone-like charms dangled around himself, and has different carvings into his shell. Kind of strange carvings, unique, possibly, as well as
say hieroglyphs on his half shell.
No. Damn it, Moog. No. And he looks like he's holding a large piece of driftwood. It is red, and it is in the form of a staff, and the head of it is actually a skull. like the wood is shaped like a skull. There's not a skull on top of it. Just an interesting character you see.
And I would tell Moog that that's a turtle.
Mm-hmm. You tell yourself it's a turtle. Got it.
I meant Rogar. Yeah, I tell myself a lot of things.
There we go.
Hey, listen, I've refrained from making a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle joke this whole time.
You just did. So
yeah, I know. I know, and that's the price you pay.
Indeed.
These are strange lands, strange individuals. And Rogar glares over at Valerie. And then, are we done with your investigations, Elf?
For now, I'm going to have to ask some of those crewmen over there, but I see you've already been drinking for a little bit. I guess you don't want to go to the inn unless you want to partake in some more. We've got some time to kill.
Plan. Well, let's go.
To the inn we go.
It's not very far. You can see it. As you can see, if you're looking at the map of Conwich, this is a very small place. So you take about, I don't know, 20 steps, and you are at the base of the Dirty Ox Inn. It is not exactly a beacon of civilization for those of us that have not heard this yet. The Dirty Ox Inn has a sign hanging out front of it. It appears that it is an ox taking a massive dump. The building is actually decently sized, 2 stories. There's a bar with a few tables inside. However, the common room also butts up to the ox stables, which most of the farmers use when in town, hence the smell and the name. There are rooms upstairs, though none of you have ever really been up there. Though I'm sure Rogar at this point would have heard rumors of several people kind of walking around town in his previous time here that the rooms are not the best places to stay. They might be in poor taste. Most of the siding paper doors have holes in them, and the bed rolls look heavily soiled. However, not much different than the Crooked Plank. You're the last place that you guys spent a lot of time in, so maybe it's a little like home. But regardless, upon entering, you would see another bugbear. I have quite a few bugbears in town. This one known as Boruk, which I don't think any of you met last time.
Only Tuk
did. Yeah, God rest his soul. Boruk, he is the owner of the Dirty Ox Inn. Decently sized bugbear, has a gold tusk. Dressed pretty well. Doesn't look as drabby and dirty as most of the patrons look like. And there are 2 other bugbears that you see, and they will be known as Gork and Dork, and they are in fact his brothers. And they're out kind of doing a little bit of serving, and there are several other hobgoblins and goblins, mostly women, serving girls, helping distribute as well. However, uniquely in this point in time, there appears to have been a small stage set up in the corner, and there might be an elf standing over there. If you'd care to introduce yourself briefly. Not briefly, just introduce yourself in general.
Well, I will stand on the stage and announce, ladies and gentlemen, come right up, come. I'm going to give a fantastic performance straight from the College of the Bards. Oh, I'm about a 5'5" drow male, and I'm in very flamboyant garb. I have a little skull up here. It's a prop. It's not real. Or is it? But anyway, you by the door. I don't even know who I'm pointing to. Who are you? You look kind of like you've been through some things. How about you come up and just kind of relax a little bit? We're going to get this town popping. Come on.
Oh, God, I believe she's talking to you.
He's taken aback like, who is this person so loud?
I'll say.
What is happening?
It is a drow.
Yes.
She's pretty short. It's a short drow.
He is very short.
Yes.
Is this some sort of ritual, elf?
Sure.
Rogar, you've been here before, Rogar. You tell us.
I have not been in this establishment before, and the Crooked Plank had no such person on the stage.
Feel like nothing's wrong with some live music. I say we sit back and enjoy after that week-long travel we just took.
Rogar will walk up towards the stage. There's a seat next to it. He will
right next to it.
There's a
try to sit down like right in front of it.
stool next to it. The giant
Try to sit down on it.
400-pound, 7.5-foot dragon man is going to sit on a stool. Go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw, Rogar.
Do I see it coming?
No, because you're
Okay.
probably about to crush this stool.
All right, I'll roll with
Let's
advantage.
see.
5.
So, Rogar
no.
goes to sit down. The stool explodes out from underneath him. Just falls down. A few of the sailors laugh their ass off in the crowd. Borak, who at this point in time was looking kind of upset at everything that's happening right now, kind of gives a little chuckle. His brothers Gork and Dork as well moved to come help you up, Rogar.
Oh, thank you.
Valerie's just standing in a corner, just like,
Hey, you gonna pay for that?
The stool.
That was a fine piece of furniture you destroyed.
How
Oh,
much?
come on now. You know that was an awful piece of
Hey,
furniture.
hey.
I have been places that is an awful piece of furniture.
You're just the
Now, don't
entertainment.
say-
This is business.
Yeah, and I'll pay for it when I'm done with my business. You have me here to perform. Don't chase off my only person who is actually going to watch me. Please, I
Okay.
need to eat too. Thank you.
He kind of backs away.
I'm going to pull out my bagpipe.
Bagpipe. All right. Yeah, bagpipe.
I dedicate this to my mother. I hope she's dead. And I'm going to start playing.
Yes. Go ahead and give me a performance check. Why not?
Okay. No matter what happens, I'm a winner. Let's see. I'm going to use D&D Beyond. All right.
Speaking of your character, we never got your name.
Lynn, the fabulous, the fantastical, the
Fantastic.
amazing.
So, do you just want to go by Lynn, or I guess I might have not heard the first part.
It's Xun'lin, but
Xun'lin?
I mean,
Okay.
Lynn is fine. He's gonna go by Lynn.
Okay.
His long name is okay. So I rolled a 10, and I have a plus 10 performance, so 20.
That's a 20. Okay. So I will say this is a surprisingly good performance with a set of bagpipes.
I really hated my mother.
Apparently you
I'm
did.
no longer to this song.
Yeah, there's been it's relatively well written, a little catchy. Couple of guys in the crowd kind of stomping their foot a little bit as you're going. Trist is over there, bobbing his head. He's getting into it. I'm not sure how Valerie's doing. Moog is, I don't know. Moog's probably, I don't know what Moog does. There you go. That's what he's doing.
I am personally imagining the flaming bagpipe performance of Thunderstruck from that video on YouTube, which is pretty amazing. So that's what Moog's rocking out.
Yeah. Okay. Got it.
Valerie's just like tapping her foot, like not really wanting to like it, but like can't help but tap her foot, along to it.
Can't help but like me though.
Can't help but like
Catchy.
it. It's impressive. It's nice. I'm not gonna lie. It's good.
All right. I'll wind things down, and I'll start taking requests from the audience.
Okay. Rogar.
We're sitting there dumbfounded, not understanding what has transpired with this sack and
it's true.
horns, and it's all very confusing to him. And
at least it's not like
how
a
does
one-man
Dot
band.
produce exactly? How does Dot produce music?
What? There's a lot of music. There's a lot of noise. But I see your mouth moving, I think. And I think you're talking to me because you're looking at me. What?
Yes. I don't think she can hear me. He shouts up a little louder. How does it work?
You need to ask her to stop playing first.
You know what?
I do like this. I like this. What do we do for more?
I'm gonna hold out I'm gonna point to where I've had, like a hat or something up at the front of the stage where there may be a few coins.
Yeah.
You put coins in here, Mo, for more music.
Moog.
Moog's rocking out.
Moog can't hear you right now. Moog is just dumbfounded.
He's still reliving. He had Moog had a flashback.
Rogar will look at Moog's enthusiasm.
Yes.
And he will take reach into his bag of holding. He'll seek out some coins, and he will take 2 gold, and he'll throw it down into the
dear God
to the hat.
You go. You toss in 2 gold into this hat. This hat is full of copper pieces. 2 gold clank into it. Several of the fishermen nearby kind of eyes go a little wide, looking down at it.
I'm gonna shoot them a "don't touch my money" look, and then I'm gonna
give me an intimidation check because it's not looking good right now.
Okay.
Yeah. As he throws those 2 gold out, I'm gonna lean over to Valerie. We need to teach this man about currency.
Valerie's just shaking her head like, I know.
Barkeep, I need a drink now. Shouts over. This small, funny elf.
19 for Moog. Perception.
Ooh, nice.
I have a
Wanted to see if
6.
I would notice. I wanted to see if I would
6
notice
plus
what was going on.
Oh, what was it total?
13 intimidate.
13. Okay. All right. I'll say that the 2 sailors that were kind of, once they see the coins kind of drop in, they kind of looking a little, and then they look back at you, and then they look down at it again, and they turn away. They turn to the side. However, Rogar requesting a beverage. The bugbear behind the bar. Boric kind of waves you over.
Me?
No, Rogar.
Oh, sorry.
We'll walk over there.
What do you want?
Sake.
Want to have that?
She doesn't want to drink then.
What else you want?
That is the good water. What else do you have?
Water. Is that what you want?
Roger is staring at Death. I do not want water. I want
You said good water.
good water.
Listen, come on.
Roger puts on his finger one moment, reaches into his bag of holding, pulls out his giant gourd, puts it onto the top of the bar. Go mouth! Open it!
No.
This is good water. Open.
You expect me to drink that? out of that gourd. It's like 3 feet tall.
You are a large furry man.
Give me a persuasion check, Rogar. Jesus. What is happening right now?
I asked Trist if we should go over there, maybe.
19. Jesus.
19.
We'll keep an eye on him. We'll step in. He can take care of himself.
So, the barkeep, Boric, kind of sighs for a minute, reaches up, smells it, puts it back down, reaches underneath his bar and produces a nondescript bottle, uncorks it. It smells like gasoline, Rogar. So he uncorks it. It's mixing with the very pungent smell of manure that wafts through this entire establishment. Grabs a glass, pours it, and hands it to you. Here you go. Good water.
Drinks it immediately.
5 silver. Holds his hand up.
Puts out 5 silver onto the.
Glad to do business with you. Tucks it away.
Oh. Am I the only one drinking? Trist, you said you wanted to drink. Tell us of your investigations.
Do you have wine in this establishment?
No.
Well, then I'm all out of options.
Here you go. And he pours some more gasoline liquid into another cup and slides it to you, Trist.
I'll take like a sip out of it. Probably tastes like
it tastes like it tastes like something you'd clean your car with. You gotta take a
oh god, you drink this poison.
Stout. Only the best for my favorite patrons.
Oh god, you can have my glass. You're also paying for it because I don't have any money.
Yeah, that's another 5 silver.
Rogar will put 5 silver down.
Takes it. Another one of the bugbears comes kind of sauntering up with a tray, reaches behind the counter, gets a few things, then goes back out. Velry, what are you doing right now?
I'm just still standing over in the corner, I guess, watching everything happen. Because, this is not my drink of choice happening right now.
No, it's not. Indeed, it's terrible. What do you want to be doing, Velry? Go outside by yourself. Go do something.
Is there any
Throw it out there. It's an option.
Yeah,
You can always split the party. Always.
Bad idea. Thank you, though.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Moog, I'm assuming you're having a drink.
Oh yeah, if I notice there's drinking at the bar, I'll go up there and talk to my fellow bugbear. And is there any kind of a mead? I feel like bugbears would have mead.
Do you ask for mead?
Yeah.
No. Here you go. And he pours you a glass of gasoline water. And
he only has gasoline water.
That's
all right. Well, I slug it back. You toss him.
Slug it back. It's horrible. It's not good.
I know. Yeah.
Even for you, Moog. You probably drink some nasty stuff. It's bad.
Good stuff.
Good. 5 silver.
Throw him 5 silver.
Sorry.
Catches it.
Doesn't normally drink alcohol, but in this time, seeing everyone else take part in this, I'm gonna go up there.
Peer pressure. It's fair.
I'm gonna ask for it, but I'm also gonna prick my blood and pour a little blood into it to kind of mask the
your own blood.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
We see this happen.
Does anybody are you doing this stealthily, Velry?
No.
Anybody who wants to see it happen sees it happen. So kind of just a little bit and
Just to mask the flavor.
Mask it. It's pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. It's a little bit creepy with the blood mixed in with it, but it's fine. Maybe this is the invention of the Bloody Mary in this world. Who knows?
Canon.
With real blood. Yeah. As you guys are all drinking, how much time do you guys want to stay in here?
Rogar was hoping that Triss would tell him the
Yes.
his investigation.
As long as there's music playing to cover the talking we're going to be doing.
Of course.
I will very happy and excitedly tell them all the things that I learned.
Okay. And I will remind you, it was about 2 or 3 in the afternoon when you guys showed up. The more you discuss, the longer it will be. Yes, so much bagpipe.
And I figured we'd stay there till like dinner time and then go back.
Okay, all right. Triss, you have a pretty high passive investigation too, don't you?
I do. It's a 23.
Okay, yeah, I'm about to say I thought it was like really high. So, Triss, you notice as you're talking to Velry, Moog, and Rogar. First off, the bard on the stage is fantastic. This is as good a quality of music as what I believe Rogar and Moog were the only ones that actually went to the Red Lotus that are still alive to tell the tale. So this is on par with that, and that was like an upper tier society performance. Yeah. So
Tristan
this
hasn't heard
surprisingly good.
He hasn't heard music this good since he left the Veiled Realm.
Exactly. Hey, and maybe there might be a reason why. But you do notice that does come to your forefront of your mind. You also notice, Tristan, it's up to you if you want to say something or not, that the two serving the two brothers, Gork and Dork, are coming back and forth. And first off, you notice that they have tattoos. You also notice the same tattoos on Boric, kind of inching around their collar up onto their neck slightly. Their fur a little bit stained in different colors. And with your previous experience, you would recognize them as members of the MAR, the criminal organization that you guys have been interacting with for quite some time.
I would indulge that information.
You also notice that everyone else is paying about 8 copper for a drink, and you guys paid 5 silver.
Yes. We're going to have a chat, Rogar, later about money and the value of it.
I like money.
Yes, I know you do. You like shiny things.
These is it gate breakers you mentioned? Do you think that is the light that me and the Pale One saw last night?
I would assume so with the esoteric magic they practiced.
Do you think Boars would appreciate us going to see what's happening up in this castle ruin?
If you want to mention it to Boars, you can. I do want to stop by the temple you talked about because, again, your friend Boars is under some type of charm, and I can't figure out quite exactly what it is. Something has control over him, though, somehow.
Shamans. Yes. Nazir.
But I don't know if our friend Velry here can go inside of a temple with her abilities.
She is quite strong. She should be able to go into any place she desires.
Am I hearing you?
Oh yeah, you guys
we're
are
all
all
sitting
at the bar
around the
together.
table. Yeah. I know.
I could probably, sneak in somewhere if I need to.
Sneak in.
Well, my only concern is that something may happen as soon as you step foot inside the building.
What about Whately? What happens if we send Whately in first?
I snapped him out of existence. He's in a pocket dimension right now.
Well, let's go. It is right across the street. Rogar pushes out of his stool. Let's go.
Leave one more. Should probably leave one more silver for the bard here. That was really good music, Rogar. One day I'll take you to the Elven City and you can hear music just as good.
Small elf, you are good at what you do. And he puts another silver in the hat.
I'm going to take them leaving as my cue to sort of wrap things up.
Okay.
And I'm going to be following who just gave me 2 pieces of gold for my performance.
That's true.
Yeah.
So you have 2 gold. You've earned 2 gold, 2 silver, and like 30 pieces of copper here for a, let's just call it 2-hour performance. Not even. It's a pretty good day's work.
Bank.
Damn.
As you kind of wrap up, as Rogar begins to walk away. What are you going to do? Just follow him out?
Kind of follow after him a little bit and kind of go up to him and from a distance slightly tap him because, adventure types, you don't quite know how they're going to react to being touched. So just kind of hey, so, where you heading next?
I imagine Rogar's just looking down at her.
He is like
At him,
7.5 feet tall.
Where you going next?
We are going over there. And Rogar points towards the Water's Rest Temple. And Rogar turns around and starts walking towards the temple.
I'm just gonna follow after him.
Just follow after him. She just starts going a couple steps behind you, Rogar. You realize she's there. It's just
he.
That's gonna take me a little bit to get that.
It's fine.
Yeah. You hear him, obviously, but the day right now, it's not necessarily crowded, but there are quite a few people out in the square itself. Mostly fishermen. There are a couple of food stalls set up. Nothing out of the ordinary from the last time. There don't appear to be any samurai guards like some of you might have experienced in other places. There doesn't appear to be a very large military presence here. Outside of a few armored individuals kind of on the outskirts of the town, mostly gathered right now where you'd left previously, the town hall kind of area. Most of them are actually riding what appears to be large wolf-like creatures that we all know as wargs. They are armored, but they look in disrepair. They look older, and Rogar would be able to tell you that these are, for the most part, the protectors of Conwich. And there are not many at all. However, you guys make your ways to the Water's Rest, which is a temple of Boel, a deity of healing and water and cleansing. The temple itself is rather plain from the outside. It is a very large building. The door is always open, and it is this day, Rogar, if you're going to be the first one inside. There are no pews inside of this temple. It is pretty much just a wide open room, very circular. There is a well, like a water's well, in the center of the room. The offerings that are made to the lady are kind of scattered around it, as well as there is almost like an altar next to the well as well. A lot of wells here. For incense burning, food offerings, things of that sort. There are tons of containers, bowls, gourds, glasses, jugs, jars. And they're all full of different amounts of water, just all scattered around here. There is a elven woman that is currently praying near the well. Very, very plain robes with a sash and a belt that actually has small amounts of not jugs. We'll call them like glass jars and jugs of different types of water as well, dangling from her person. And Rogar would recognize her as Attendant Nazir. She is the priestess of Boel in Conwich.
Rogar will talk to her and say, "Thin one, you have not been eating enough meat." And pulls in,
Rogar
reaches into his bag of holding and pulls out the haunch that he took from the boar earlier in the morning.
Yes.
And presents it to her.
Oh, thank you, Rogar. I missed your gifts. I'm glad to see you. She kind of takes it, the blood slowly dripping down her hand. She kind of places it down. Oh, thank you very much. This will go a long ways. Where's everyone else? Well, you have new friends, I see.
Rogar lowers his head, tells the story of his former party, all of them dead.
All dead.
And then he's like, and then little Tuk stabbed in the street.
No.
Dying like a dog.
A dog?
The elder, his mind was shattered and broken. He fell at the bottom of the stair.
Oh.
Horrible. Then, of course, the shaman, he was ripped apart by a demon.
And she says, who are you talking about, Rogar?
Yes, it doesn't matter. But this is my new companions. This is Trist, I believe. Valerie, prepare one. Stay 5 feet back at all times.
Valerie, have you stepped into this sanctuary, this holy sanctuary?
Yeah, I slowly, walk
Yeah,
in.
Trish will be standing behind her, ready to like.
Valerie takes a step inside, and she does not burst into flames like everyone's thinking. She's fine. So no, she's fine. She takes a step inside.
This is the mighty Moog, heir of Bowag.
My lord, how are you doing this afternoon?
It's a pleasure to meet you. How are you?
Yes, I'm doing fine, thank you. The lady has her ways. You sir, can I help you? Are you with them?
That is the sack man.
The sack man.
He blows on the sack.
There you go. You're the sack man now.
Makes music. Most beautiful.
Is Jade still with us, right?
Rogar is giver of nicknames.
Jade did not come with you to town. She's still at Bors's house.
Okay.
Sackman is fine. I'll respond to Sackman.
I'm assuming you have an actual name, but forgive Rogar. He is a special soul.
I am special.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Nazir. I am the attendant here at the Water's Rest. If you need any respite from your road traveled, or perhaps medical attention, I provide all those here.
Oh. So just confirming, there's not going to be a bunch of like ox shit somewhere, right?
No.
Like this is an actual respite.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Okay. Nice. Thank you for taking me here. What's your name again? I'm going to point to Rogar.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What is it you go by?
I am Rogar, son of Amu.
Ah, and what was this story about your friends getting ripped apart by demons and murdered?
Rogar tells the entire story again.
It's horrible.
It's horrible.
It involves, for some reason, there's always a building burning or exploding at the end of his story.
That
consistently.
Consistently.
There are demons, and you're not sure if he's embellishing the story or not.
Rogar's not.
It's hard to follow.
But
Right.
yes.
I feel like someone really needs to tell your story. Like, I feel like I need to tell your story. Like, this is interesting. So does this always happen to you? These demons and eviscerations and murder, and you lose your entire party? Because I may not stay with you the whole time if that is the case, but for part of the time, this is interesting.
You wish to follow us?
Temporarily, until it starts getting into kill the whole party, then I'm probably going to scoot. But until then, yeah, I'm going to be following you.
Rogar looks around to see if everyone else is accepting of this, and I'm assuming no one objects.
Mo doesn't care about anything. He just kind of.
Valerie, when he was talking about, asking about the demons and stuff, that was a normal thing. Valerie's eyes just like flash black real quick, and just
nice. That's not disconcerting at all.
I mean, I don't mind if she follows along. Rogar, you've got yourself a fan. It looks like someone's going to tell your story.
A scald. Yes. My clan has these storytellers.
It's true.
Very
I will
respected.
say,
They have no written history.
Bob, just in advance, there's going to be some things you're going to have to change in these stories because some of us may not be, may or may not be chased and captured by authoritative figures if they find out who we are.
Those are the best parts of the story.
That is true, but some of us would like to stay out of a battery, so to speak.
I understand.
I'm talking about Moog. I'm not talking about myself.
It's not. Of course not. Well, this has been nice. I'm going to be making my nightly communion soon. Do you guys want to join?
Nazir, can I ask a favor of you? I know we just met, but
of course.
Is there a way you can stop by the Boar's household?
Is something amiss?
I do believe, just gut instinct, he's got some type of enchantment on him.
Rogar bends over and tries to whisper. Rogar's not the best at whispering.
No, he's not.
But he tries to whisper to Trist. She met the shaman as well. She does not remember him.
Is there any... I want to check her out.
Okay. How do you want to do this?
I don't know. You had me do Arcana against.
I did.
Boris.
Go ahead. So, you can make another check.
This is like Invasion of the Body Snatchers, man.
Fuck. An 11.
She is a priestess. So there is innate magic about her person a little bit. Now, it's not the same as what you deal and shape with. It's divine. It's a little bit different. Strangely enough, if you're kind of looking about, you might see that our bardic companion Xun'lin has a little bit of touch of magic about himself as well. But you don't pick up any particular enchantment or anything of that sorts.
Mental note. Well, it is getting late, Rogar. I suggest we head back to Boar's and catch some dinner. I'm quite hungry.
Is he ill? Should I be visiting?
He's not ill. Rogar can speak to the best. I just met the man, but he just didn't seem to be all there in his right mind.
I'm sure it has a lot to do with the disappearances. It's been weighing heavily on him. He takes it personally.
That's true. It's part of the reason why I'm here.
You're going to look for the missing people?
Well, not all of them. We're just going to look. We're going to look into it.
It's not uncommon for some to leave, even in the middle of the night. But there's been a fair few gone missing, mostly farmhands. Usually at night. Just gone. No signs of a struggle. But the concerning part is most of their belongings are still left behind. Almost as if they were just disappeared.
You said they're all farmhands.
For the most part. Most of the, and she kind of describes to you a lot of the households, farming households that are on the outskirts of town. Oh, yeah. Pretty much, I'd probably say a solid 90% of Conwich is beyond that wall. That wall is like and it's not a very put together, very like good wall. That is more of a retreat because I know something bad's happening. Let's go gather in the town hall kind of a thing. But for the most part, everybody lives out in the countryside, which is why Boars and the Warg Riders make patrols every day around the nearby area. Rogar accompanied them several times in the past. Did some hunting.
Perhaps when...
Lieutenant Nazir, do you have, do you know the exact points where these people went missing? Where they live?
It's all been over a few months or so, but and she'll kind of give you an idea of the households that have had people disappeared from.
Is the pattern like towards a certain direction, like say
it doesn't appear so. The only
or northwest.
Well, you know what? This might require an intelligence of some kind. Perhaps if only somebody was good at investigating things and putting things together. You know.
Damn it, Rogar.
Detective Rogar. No, hell no, you can't. There ain't nothing to look at. Just give me that. Give me that
I
roll.
asked for points and maps, you know.
Too bad.
You know?
It's too bad. There ain't no. She doesn't have a map.
This is bullshit. All right.
Come on, dude.
A 1.
It's a 1. It's a 1. It's a 1, Rogar. It is. Is that the 1 total, or was it a 2 and then a 1?
It was a 2.
It was a 2 and a 1.
2 and then a 1. Okay. Yeah.
It would be a 0 if it was.
Be a 0. Got it. Rogar.
I think you asked that question just to be kind of a dick, Anthony.
I did. Rogar's just sitting there and he's, yes, missing people. No idea what the hell she's talking about as far as households and whatnot. Now, Trist, on the other hand.
Yes.
Go ahead and you give me an investigation check, Trist.
I would assume I would pick up on the fact that Boars did like checks on these people. That's not very good either.
No, it's not.
10.
It's a 10.
Damn.
It was a natural 2.
Shit, that's what I rolled.
I will say there is another amongst your party, perhaps a new member that might be decent with their roles here.
Okay. You know, if she fails, Valerie and Mo can make their checks.
No,
next.
oh no, this is the last one. If it fails,
I'm just running a straight intelligence.
This will be a investigation check, which as a bard, you have at least half proficiency.
12 total.
Okay, 12 total. I'll say that. Let's see here.
No, it must be noted that she also rolled a 2, or he also rolled a 2.
He
So
rolled
3
2, Mo. Damn it!
twos.
No, I rolled a 10 and then
Oh,
Yeah.
10 and then plus 2. Never mind. Sorry, that's my
See,
bad.
you suck, Mo.
Well,
was almost
too involved.
Damn it, Mo.
Listen, I'm gonna go now so that I can
I'm
just
sorry.
have some more
sorry.
goblin sex.
I'm sorry, Dan. So Xun'lin, listening to this, is that how you say it? Am I saying it right?
I have no
Xun'lin?
idea.
Is it Xun'lin or
That sounds
Xun'lin?
right. So, Zoolander. Zoolin. That's fine.
Xun'lin. So Xun'lin, you will know as you're kind of listening, kind of next to the large white dragon skilled dragonborn, you kind of peek your head to the side and picking up on all this conversation, you can determine that for the most part, though you haven't been here long, perhaps just in passing, you have you can garner that all of these houses, the only common factor is that they're all on the outskirts of town.
Okay. So I'm gonna tap him. So we have a bunch of missing farmhands that are only outside of town. Is that this newest tale, this new adventure you're about to go on, Rogar the Great?
Perhaps Scald. There is some dark creatures that I have fought, and now my companions have fought multiple times that abduct people. Apparently they insect-like. They do not seem to take people to feed, but to do something else. They attach them to walls. It's quite disturbing.
Like spiders? Like, do they put in
Or
cocoons? Squish them against the
Similar.
wall?
They bleed acid, and they attach you with slime, some fleshy substance.
Theirs or yours?
I assume there's some sort of growth.
Yes, indeed.
They attach you with their fleshy growth. Got it.
Yes,
Well, yes,
that's exactly
do
what it
not see
sounds
it
like.
happen, but they. I'm not good with words, Scald.
Rogar the Great made a few words.
Mm.
That's fine. Makes up for it in brawn and bravery and courage. I gotcha. It's
He's
okay,
also not
Rogar.
the strongest party member.
Yes,
I'm not the strongest. Watch out for that one.
it's true. Felry
Who's
is
the
strong
strongest
shit.
in this party? Let me guess. This one over here, this stunning lady.
The very thin elf woman.
But she's the woman, so obviously drow.
I mean, obviously.
obviously.
It's true. That is true. That
Very
is true.
pleased to hear this compliment. You know?
Mhm.
She kind of
Mhm.
like straightens up a little bit, like, oh yeah.
Mhm.
So I
Full
think you were the
Scald.
leader of this party, ma'am?
What was that?
You're the leader of this party then?
Oh well. Valerie, you know, has never been called the leader of anything, but taking it back a little bit, she just kind of, oh no, I wouldn't say that, but also,
Modest, strong, and silent.
you
that's
know,
fine.
she'll keep
Fine,
flexing the muscles when she says, oh no, I wouldn't say that.
Very modest. Okay. The beautiful, modest Valerie. The strongest in the party. All right, so are we going to go fight these fleshy, well, by we, I mean you. Are you going to go fight these fleshy, growth, disgusting, acid-spitting insects that are stealing from hands?
Perhaps. I do not feel like we would survive.
I am very
that cursed
disturbed by this conversation, Rogar.
I am sorry, Attendant Nazir.
Yes.
You should stay within the walls of this town.
Yes,
We
I
speak
will.
the truth.
I must attend to my supplications now. Good day. She turns around to leave this conversation.
I believe we've been kicked
Rogar
out.
says, "Eat that meat."
Of course, of course.
Ugh, religion gives me the creeps. But okay, so what's the next step?
I believe we should go back to see Bors. Perhaps get his blessing to go to the ruins tonight.
As long as we eat first, and I take a look at those items we acquired from the shop earlier.
Yes. We took them. He was unaware. Let's go.
As you guys walk out.
Rogar unintentionally writes the hit Jane's Addiction song.
Indeed, he does. Does anybody want to give me some perception tests as you leave?
Ooh. I would like to, just for fun.
I take that as a hint for everybody to roll one.
Now everybody can roll one if you guys want.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay. Good, Mo. Good. Rogar, not so much. Triss, not so much. Xun'lin, fantastic. So I'll say that with this, we're probably going to get Moog. Xun'lin's going to get something extra, and then Velry. So as you guys are leaving, and you are moving towards Bors's house for this afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's evening, right? Or
It's evening at this point. Yes. Yeah. So it's beginning to get dark. The three suns that circle Emberfell are starting to fade out of view, illuminating the almost asteroid-like ring that circles the planet that is a substitute for the moon. And as this happens, you guys are making your way there. But, however, on your way there, shortly after you leave the Water's Rest, you hear something, specifically Velry and Moog. You both hear that not only have people, you hear this is kind of like casual conversation between like a few sailors and a few locals kind of milling about as you're kind of walking through this main central area. You hear that not only have people been going missing on the outskirts of town, but there are people are very concerned that there has not been a wagon or any kind of party that has come from Rorkham to Conwich, and the wagons coming from from Port Dorona to Conwich have also been very sparse as of late. And people are getting worried because supplies are starting to run low. They are doing okay on food, specifically because they're able to fish for themselves, but it will only last so long because they have a lot of animals to feed and they need a lot of extra attention. And of course, they need to be able to sell their wares. And right now, food is beginning to rot as there are no wagons to take it places. So the well-being of town is being threatened by whatever is happening on these trading routes. In addition to that, Xun'lin, with a very good perception roll, you actually hear a bit of a tale, which is why it probably sticks into your mind. You hear the tale of mad old Udvul, who is almost like the local crazy man, whom has taken up residence in the ruin of Castle Gatebreaker. And he's been living there for the majority of his life. He's been there for almost 100 years at this point. He is treated as much of a harmless joke as from most of the peasant folk around here. And you hear two of them specifically discussing his daughter. Never met his wife, but his daughter Nyarla had a son. So this would be Udvil's grandchild. Had a son almost a year ago at this point. The kid's name is Gilbert. And the reason why this sticks out is because they're discussing how big the kid is. I tell you, he's looks like the boy of 7 years old. He's tall. He wears clothes. He speaks. Surely you're not talking about Gilbert. You must have been confusing him with someone else. No, I tell you, I saw him. It was strange, odd. And Oudville just laughed like he always does, cackled almost. Said that we'd all be regretting something someday, that he was going to set us all straight. Said that his grandson was going to set us right. And they're kind of enthralled in their conversation as you guys all pass.
I'm going to turn to Valerie, the leader, and we need to check out this Oudville and this crazy man with this kid who's basically a carnival trick. Weren't you guys saying something about going to the ruins? I mean, I guess I can elaborate a little bit more, but you all were going to the ruins, right, Valerie?
Yeah. I'm trying to remember.
I heard ruins. I don't know if there's more than one. I don't.
Yes.
We were after we saw boars, we were gonna head back.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
You know about the crazy old man that lives out there?
She's very hungry, so her mind's a little shaky right now.
If she looks a little hungry at me, I'm going to step back a little bit.
Yes, you do.
I don't know what she did. Okay. Well, who do you all know about this Oudville man who lives in the ruins that you're about to go tromp about in? No? Okay, I'm going to silence.
We heard about him from Trist.
From Trist? Oh, okay. Well, Trist. Tell me about this Oudville with his freak son was born last year but looks like he's 7. Which, I mean, I guess he's a newborn for an elf, but what?
Well, I didn't hear anything about a son.
Oh, well, you need to... Okay. So, while we were walking along, I was kind of listening. Yeah, you know, I gotta listen. Big ears. But so apparently he has a daughter. Her name is Nyarla, and she has a 1-year-old son who I don't know. They say he looks like he's 7, which isn't that much different from 1. What is that like? It's still an infant, so I don't know what they're freaked out about. But anyway, sounds interesting. Maybe it would be a good story.
The people in the town must be quite mad. That makes me quite excited. I do love trudging around in old haunted houses.
Well, they were saying that Oudville was going to use his son to make the town pay for it. Do you think there might be a relationship of some kind between all the craziness happening here and the crazy old man who's going to get back at the town with a weird child?
Rogar and Veller were saying there was a pulsating green light coming from the ruins last night.
Ooh.
I assume they're practicing some type of magic.
Can I roll any kind of... Hang on. Let me see if I even have anything. Can I roll Arcana to see if...
Sure. Sure.
I don't know. I'm just grasping at straws here. Nat 1. I have no idea what you're talking about.
No idea. You're more familiar with, you know, like... more like...
I forgot what we were talking about.
Yeah, not necessarily, not completely. You just kind of drift off, and you're more familiar with the music, the magic of song. You know, the magic of performance.
I smell that here.
Yes, exactly.
I'm distracted by all this ops.
Yes, that's probably Moog. I was told he smells of meat and cheese.
He does smell of meat and cheese. He does.
Wait, when did this come from?
Beef and cheese.
Beef and cheese.
Yeah, beef and cheese. I smell like beef and cheese. Okay.
Smoke?
I would like to smell like.
Do you bathe in meat and cheese?
Not intentionally. No.
Oh, that makes it worse. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That was very rude of me. Okay.
Along the way
I'm
to
not
Boris,
sorry. You need to know, but I'm sorry.
along the way to Boris, Valery's gonna scout for some food.
Yeah, Waitley's doing the same behind you.
Yes,
As,
because lately.
as the party lines up, Mo kind of hangs back just a little bit and
You. Yeah, I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to go. I told myself I wouldn't have to edit myself this episode. I'm not going there. I'm not doing it. I'm resisting. I resisted.
Food, bro.
Valerie, give
Yeah,
me a survival
yeah.
roll, please.
yeah. I would also like to tell Rogar that I think that our new bardic friend is going to tell excellent tales about our adventures.
Mhm, mhm.
10.
Moog the Sneaky.
Yes.
Mm.
Valerie, as you're moving forward, on your way to Boars, you kind of stop for a moment. You kind of look over, and you see it's almost like it's strange. It's almost like it teleported here. It's this old, like gnarled squirrel, and it's just kind of like, and it's looking up at you. It's thin and it can barely move, but it's alive, and you see it sitting there next to the path.
I'm just gonna, looking around. I don't see really any other options around me that can sustain me, and not
Just looks up
desperate
at you.
enough. I'm not desperate enough to gnaw on my party yet, so I'm just gonna look at it and snatch it with my claw real quick.
It's a little scream.
Are we seeing this?
I don't know. Do
I
you
don't
want to
hide
see
it.
it? She doesn't
No,
hide
no,
any
she
of
just-
it.
she just
If you
does
want to
it.
see it, you see it. She snatches it up and quickly it just rips its head off. And like raw, chewing it. There's blood all over the side of her face.
Mhm.
Once all the blood's drained from it, I turn around, offer y'all the body of the squirrel.
I'm good.
Be careful, Scald. 5 feet at all times. And Rogar keeps on walking along.
Keeps walking.
Again, Tristan, prestidigitations the blood
Kinda
for the children.
cleans off her mouth real fast. Yeah.
That's my head, graciously.
Mm-hmm. And as we make our way towards Bors's humble abode, you see the farmhouse before you. It's nightfall at this point in time, so it's getting late. You guys have already eaten, I'm assuming, probably at the Dirty Ox Inn. It looks like Bones, the warg that you guys have met and spoke to before, is kind of milling about near the ox pen. The lights are on inside the house. Are you guys entering? Yes?
Rogar definitely announced himself as he's coming,
Okay. You announce yourself. And Kilks, Bors's wife, kind of comes to the window, which would be the equivalent of the kitchen, kind of waves you in. All of you move inside.
Mm-hmm.
And you smell a delicious cooked meal, a very large pot. It is a stew of some kind of like rice, and it smells like boar because somebody brought a whole bunch of meat in, and it's been cooking for a while. It does smell good. It smells decent. If a culinary individual was still with us, he might be disappointed, but the rest of you, it's probably not too bad. I'm not sure about Xun'lin though. You might turn your nose up at boar meat. I don't know. Maybe.
I know Valery's not super interested in anything cooked,
That is true. You already hate your gristled old squirrel though. So Kilk's the hobgoblin woman. This is a hobgoblin family. You do see 5 children, and Bors is in attendance. He's out of his armor. He still has his sword nearby. He appears to be, which last time Rogar he did not have on his person when he was home, but it appears that he's in a more heightened state of readiness than before. Well, Rogar, how was town? I heard you had a bit of a argument with Morag.
The Triss seems to be happy with his findings. We found some interesting rumors about, what was his name? Ood something in the castle ruins.
Mad Oudville?
Triss can explain it better.
Mad
Rogar
Oudville.
sits down and listens.
Triss explains away
Yes.
all the things again.
Very, very strange. I didn't know that about the family. Gatebreaker, at least. That was before my time. Castle's been in ruins for a century. At least, if not longer. But Oudville's always laid claim like he was some kind of heir of the town or something. Says it's his. He's been camping out there forever. There's nothing there of value, so nobody pays him any mind. He's a little strange, though. He's been buying up the ox. He even tried to buy mine. I can't afford to spare him, though. I might take him up on him if the trade doesn't pick up soon.
Would it be all right if we went up and... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, you're fine. We don't really know each other. And hi, my name's Lynn. I'm just kind of writing a little bit of this history here. It's very fascinating. Could you tell me a little bit more about this child, Gilbert or something? Bill's grandson?
Oudville's grandson. Gilbert, yes. Well, I don't want to spread rumors too much, but Nyarla was found pregnant, and she had a child last year, Gilbert. We don't know who the father is. It's kind of a stain on her person. Most of us pretend like it's not happened, out of respect. But the boy's strange. Morag complained that at one point he'd found him inside of the town hall and reading. He's 1 year old. Said he was speaking a different language. There are strange happenings, and I don't know. Something's just not right with the boy.
I'll say, where can this marvelous child be found?
Well, I haven't seen him for a while, but last time he came to town with Oudville, they were getting supplies of something, some kind of... I'm honestly not sure. They went into the Codfathers for supplies. And then they left. And then they haven't been back since. Haven't seen him in, at least a few weeks.
So this infant who can read lives in some ruins on the outskirts of town with his mother and crazy grandfather, and you don't know who the dad is.
Yes, that is all true. We are a small community. We mostly give each other privacy, but as long as he's not threatening the security of the town, I don't see any reason to bother him.
No suspicions at all on who the dad might be?
No. At least no one from town that we know of.
Okay. Thank you.
Rogar thinks to himself, reading is hard.
He
And
does.
is impressed that the small one can read.
That's true.
And I believe Trist, you wanted to look at this, and Rogar pulls out the ring and his bag of holding, and tosses it over to Trist.
That's new, Rogar. Great find. The bag of holding.
Bag of holding. It is. Observe as I pull out my gourd, show off why
the kids are like,
yeah.
It's a magic trick. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rogar, I believe there was a piece of paper in there that I was also interested in.
Burr pulls that out as well.
Thank you.
And hands it over.
Hand it over to him.
I'll let you know in the morning.
Are you going to do this here? Are you going to do this somewhere else? Or?
I'll do it somewhere else when everyone goes to bed.
Okay.
Rogar also will, before he goes to bed, Rogar looks at Moog. Moog, do you remember the box that you received from the Red Lotus? Diabolical box. Looked quite menacing.
Indeed.
Perhaps this would prove a challenge for you, Trist.
Indeed. Yeah, and so I would hand the box to Trist.
Okay.
Give me.
Why don't we have both Trist and our new friend Xun'lin give me Arcana checks?
Oh,
you've had this box the entire time.
Well, we've been a little busy. Learned to trust you, and and Rogar has to remind me.
So I'll say Trist, yeah, for sure. Xun'lin, you can tell first off it's a sphere, and it almost looks like a puzzle. There are strange little patterns on it. It's in a strange language as well. Well, what languages do you speak, Xun'lin? Do you have that? No, maybe.
It's in the left of, if you're on a computer.
I might be able to help you out real quick.
I just have Common and Elvish so far listed. I really didn't get a prompt to get any other languages.
Okay. I think you end up getting to take at least one more language. That's fine. In that case, Trist, you don't speak Infernal, do you, Trist? No. Okay. So you don't necessarily recognize the writing, but you do recognize that it is bizarre. And it is definitely magical. This thing is brimming with magic.
It's pulsating.
It is also apparently made of some kind of blackened iron that is warm to the touch.
All right.
That's what you get.
All right. Damn. Well, Moog, I think you've given me something I can occupy myself probably all night.
Can we roll a history at all to see if there's any sort of tale of this, or can I?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Probably not going to help, but nah.
Moog had to sneeze
probably
at the
not.
smell of his own self.
Yeah, not quite. It's strange. I mean, you've heard of puzzle boxes and things of the sort, but nothing quite like this.
Has it been opened?
You don't even know how it opens, Moog.
Oh.
It's just a circle with interlocking pieces that can be moved
Like a
and twisted.
Rubik's Cube?
Hellraiser.
But a Rubik's Sphere?
Some might call it a Rubik's Cube of sorts.
Yeah. GN Thick's sphere.
Yeah. Puzzle box. You just call it that.
Puzzle box.
Or meat is going to come out of nowhere and I would like to reach over to Boris real quick and just say, you mentioned the 1-year-old was reading.
Yes.
What does a 1-year-old read?
Well, typically, most people around here don't read at all. I barely read myself. But I would assume, I don't know, fairy tale stories from the realm of fairy, the dreams. I don't know.
Do you recall the specific book this baby was reading, or do you know who?
No. Morag said that he was in the town hall. He was in the records room reading.
Okay. And this Morag keeps these books?
They're more of records from the town, but yes, they stay with the dockmaster, and he is our current dockmaster.
All right, thank you very much.
Of course.
Boys, would it be okay if we went to this castle, this ruin?
Tonight.
Perhaps tomorrow in the morning.
Udville can be a little sheepish. I just say this, Rogar, because I know you might not find this offensive, but you are intimidating. And one might be threatened if a large creature were to come out of the darkness upon you in the middle of the night. And just beware.
Perhaps tomorrow morning.
Yes, we'll go in the morning. We'll get a long sleep.
Of course. I need to make my nightly rounds.
Be careful.
I will. And he gets up and leaves. So did you guys want to rest up here? Or do you want to go back into town?
Yeah.
Everybody sleeping here?
Boys, yeah, I'm going to rest in the barn.
You guys can all rest either here in the living room or in the barn. Those are the two places he has set up for sleeping arrangements. I'm not sure.
Oh, we'll take the barn.
Moog, Velry, Rogar, and the barn.
Well,
Wherever the least poop is.
Where are you going, Velry?
Billy was going to ask Trist if he's going to smoke his pipe tonight.
I do every night. It helps me think. I have to. These things Rogar gave back to me. I need to figure out what they are. They have some type of magical qualities. Smoking my pipe clears my mind.
Billy wants to try the pipe.
Oh, okay.
Going to partake, Velry.
I think I would like to just see what it's like. I don't think I've ever been exposed to pipe smoking before.
Very, very well. Trish thinks that's odd.
Possibly.
But I will snap Whately back into existence and let him just patrol whatever he wants to do outside.
Okay. Barn cat. He's going to walk around, do some things. Xun'lin, do you have a preference?
I think I'm going to go around where the strong people are who could possibly protect me, or at least distract whatever attacks me. And for the one who I know is trying to figure out the box, can I grant him some bardic inspiration?
You can. It only lasts for about 10 minutes, though.
Can he make a roll again to sort of figure out some of what's going on with this box?
You could try.
All right. Well, then, Trist, I will grant you some bardic inspiration. Okay. I have to remember I'll have to learn how to do it here.
I think it is it might be
D8 once you hit level 5, I think.
Yeah, it is. It's a D8.
So just roll 1d8. Where are you, my friend? There we go.
Well, he rolls it whenever he makes his check.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Yep. So.
There it is.
As everyone begins to wind down for the night, that's where we're going to take our first break.
Ooh. All right.